All right, Matthew on the left with 4-color beans. I believe it's beans. And on the right, we have Roland on Temur Delver.
And the tables are like maybe this wide. They're about literally half the hex. Yeah. And it's like more light. They're on a corner. You're good.
Players getting ready to go, resolving mulligans. Mr. Varga has arrived in the chat.
Up to you. Right?
Magic Ads has arrived and announces the Delver Master School is in session. Scalding Tarn has been cracked. Basic Island for Roland. You've been watching our streams recently. You know Roland's been playing Delver for quite a while. But Roland's been playing some Delver. And on the other side, we have Matthew, who's been experimenting with a couple of different fair blue piles. We'll see how this goes. I don't really know what's in Matthew's deck. We're going to find out together.
Basic Island. Basic Island. Okay. It's the only one that's like that in this deck. Cool.
Black.
Okay, that is a Basic Island. Storm Chaser's Talent, a card that's been on the minds of players at our locals, as a bunch of people have been playing Storm Chaser's Talent decks in Legacy. Force of Will on a Daze, Force of Negation. They're really fighting over this Storm Chaser's Talent. People are respecting the card now, as you can see. Roland went after it. It's now exiled. Pass the turn to Roland. Delver will flip, revealing a bolt.
Chalice for 1.
The Storm Chaser Talent base decks also tend to run This Town Ain't Big Enough. Card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. We've been seeing some of the, I don't know about this particular list that Matthew is playing, but we've been seeing people running the Corey Steel Cutter in some control decks recently. Up the Beanstalk. Matthew's been getting a little creative with the deck building. It's a Dragon's Rage Challenger now for Roland. Roland's setting up the clock. All right, Flooded Strand getting cracked here from Matthew.
Surveil with the hedge maze.
Yep. I'm going to Sundering Eruption.
Hedge Maze Surveil.
Yeah. You gotta base it.
And it comes into play tapped?
Tapped, yeah. Just to verify. I have it here, it's just a load out. Tapped.
Okay.
I'll keep it on top. Sure.
Okay, left the card on top with Hedge Maze. It's a good sign for Matthew, I guess. Finding something we want. Abundant Growth, okay. I don't see Urion. I don't think this is a Urion deck.
These two bad.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Looks like Roland has 2 types in the graveyard right now. Instant and land. 2 more needed for Delirium. Okay, going after Savannah with a Wasteland.
I'll pass.
Go to damage.
Yep.
Second man.
All right, 4 damage gets in. Second main phase, Brainstorm Surveil. Delta dumped. 7 life for Matthew is pretty low, considering the board right now. 4 power currently, plus we know these decks run Lightning Bolt.
Blood Sun.
And we saw one earlier, right? Didn't it flip the Delver? Yeah, Bolt is in hand. I thought so.
So these would both die, right?
They'll blow up. Spontaneously combust.
Cards in or more. I will
4 cards in Matthew's hand.
make another card.
This makes an additional mana.
No, a mana of any color.
A mana of any color right now.
So I could just tap it for any color.
I'll pass over to you. During your upkeep, I'll bolt. Sure, so I'll trigger.
Pitching bargain.
Okay, Force of Will, pitching Rakshasa's Bargain to counter a Lightning Bolt. Roland getting a refresher on what that card does. New card from Tarkir Dragonstorm. It's hot in Legacy right now.
Stormchaser's Talent?
What does that make again?
Okay, Storm Chaser's Talent getting cast. We saw a fight over this card earlier.
And then I'll pass to you.
Land for turn, so depends on. I can still float for mana though.
Yeah.
No land drop for Matthew. Matthew in some trouble. 2 cards in hand.
Upkeep. Targeting you. So I'll trigger.
All right, Lightning Bolt ends the game. Going to game 2. Roland takes game 1. Matthew will be on the play. We saw a little bit of what Matthew is working with. We spotted a Rakshasa's Bargain getting pitched to Force. We saw Storm Chaser's Talent make an appearance. So we can expect up the Beanstalk in this deck. Probably this town ain't big enough. And the supporting cast around that of Force of Will, Brainstorm Ponder, and whatever.
I'll be on the button.
It's kind of mid-rangey 2025 Beanstalk decks. Abundant Growth.
Pass to you.
Yeah.
All right, Roland will fetch, get a Volk, and Delver of Secrets. That card is still pretty good here in 2025. Flips into a 3-power flyer and then quickly chips away at the life total. All right, here's up the Beanstalk.
I'll pass to you.
I mentioned on, I think it was last week's stream, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, the comments section and the Discord, and if you're not in the 90s MTG Discord, you should probably join. Links are all over the place. But discussion about, up the Beanstalk, I think that card has to go. The play patterns, the whole thing. 2025? Oh, thank goodness, up the Beanstalk. Everybody's glad it's back.
Tends to.
The mind of the Magic player is so funny to me and interesting.
Cards?
Very true. The dog is saying that when playing Delver, ending the game on a bolt is so satisfying. Absolutely right. We're still lightning bolting here in 2025. Insectile Aberration attacking. It's Legacy, everybody. What about the power creep? I'll lightning bolt.
Momentum.
Okay, Momentum Breaker. We're gonna get some speed here if it resolves. This card has looked pretty cool. I've played against it a few times now. The local scene has a few players running this Momentum Breaker card in a variety of different decks. I actually got smacked by an 8-rack deck at FNM last week running this card. Card's pretty cool. Kind of worked great in the 8-rack deck because make you sack a creature or you got to discard a card.
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm in response to the Force of Will. Pitching Daze on the Momentum Breaker, trying to save this Insectile Aberration. Question for the chat, question for the YouTube comments, though. What do you think? What is the best vehicle in Legacy right now? Like right now, today. What's the best vehicle? Interpret that however you want. Robert says Smuggler's Copter. Magic Eyes, I think, with the right answer for me, unlicensed hearse. Mr. Vargas says Clown Car. Idol says hearse. It's got to be the hearse, right?
Yep.
Was the hearse in... Oh, man. Was it in Streets of New Capenna? I believe so.
We want to play.
That was a pretty high impact card for Legacy, the hearse. It's died down a little bit, especially since the graveyard decks have subsided quite a bit after the bans. But Unlicensed Hearse is a hit. Does Lion Sash count? I don't believe so. That's not a vehicle at all, is it? Lion Sash is not a vehicle. Okay, another Momentum Breaker has hit the stack. Trying to get this Insectile Aberration removed.
One speed, back speed is 4. I'm just going to put a counter on it so you know what speed I'm at.
Yeah, so enters each player. Yeah.
I'm 9-8.
Wow, Matthew does not have the speed token.
I'll send it to you.
Just putting the speed on the card. Unbelievable. Here's Storm Chaser's talent.
1, 3.
3 cards.
I'm going to keep.
Yeah, I keep two.
Ready?
Yes.
Thinking.
What does speed do? That's the Legacy players I know. Here's Pyroblast takes out Storm Chaser's talent. It doesn't resolve. Magic Ant says Roland wants old Legacy back. Yeah, there's a lot of wanting old Legacy back people. The problem in my mind is that they weren't happy back then either. They were complaining the same amount.
Bargain for 4 mana.
Rakshasa's Bargain, folks. Is this card on your radar yet?
Beanstalk, trigger on the stack.
Trigger speed. So go up to 2 speed.
All right, fetching here, and Matthew remembering that it increases his speed. If you lose life, I get speed. Let's go.
When it loses life. It resolves. The trigger's on the stack.
Trigger's on the stack.
So the Rakshasa's Bargain is still in the stack. Roland has fetched in response. Found a trop.
I'll float a red response. That's fine.
Seek the Beast. Misty Rainforest. Daze. Daze not too bad right now.
Cage.
Okay, Beanstalk trigger still happens. Rakshasa's Bargain was successfully countered by a Great Daze.
I haven't played a land this
Flooded Strand gets played. Pass the turn back to Roland.
I'll be green. You seem sensible already.
Yeah, I'll go red.
Okay, that.
So Matthew's speed is 2. Speed not super relevant, but the momentum breaker can sack to gain life equal to your speed, which could matter. We saw Bolt end game 1. Questing Druid is on an adventure. You see Rainforest can be played.
How many cards? 3? No mana.
Okay, just gonna play the Chop from hand, play the Questing Druid. Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's fine.
All right, Roland passes it back. We're gonna see a fetch on end step, maybe for a Surveil land. Nope, it is Xander's Lounge.
And go to my turn.
Move to combat for 7 triggers.
Passing it back to Matthew.
Second phase. I'll float this for 2 colors. Land attack. On license first. Oh, that's all the one in the
Fetches a tropical island now. Second up the Beanstalk. If we can start triggering these Beanstalks, Roland will fall behind on cards very quickly.
Bargain. Trigger.
Well, Rakshasa's Bargain is on the stack. 2 Beanstalk triggers as well.
Crop rotation for basic at the very least.
Yeah.
Also, I probably should have just hit the Promoxin, but I really wanted to get rid of the Blood Sun because I was sitting on 2, what's it called?
Okay, bolt you in response. Grow the Questing Druid.
I could have hit the one that you hadn't committed to yet, but I was hoping for some
These 2.
and so I was
Life
hoping
of Below and Bargain in the Yard.
A Life from the Loam and a Rakshasa's Bargain into the graveyard. Pretty cool. Life from the Loam will be interesting. No sign of Wasteland yet. Swords on the Questing Druid.
It's definitely an interesting situation because it's like, okay, do I pull the Blood Sun or do I like,
Yeah. Well, I needed to kill the Blood Sun, just a matter of which Promox.
yeah.
To prevent you from getting
Pitching
4 mana back.
Brainstorm, trigger.
4 mana on the subsequent turn.
Force pitching Brainstorm in response to this Daze, trying to protect Swords to Plowshares. 2 Beanstalk triggers.
All one side.
I like Capes of Chaos. It's actually my pet card.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Roland missed the trigger for the Questing Druid.
Sorry, what's going on?
You get 3 life, right? Because of the dagger.
The guy,
Just want to make sure that was
Oh, okay. So the players did catch the Questing Druid had an extra power toughness. So Roland game 3 has no creatures in play now. Matthew's at 8.
implies that it's like not that good, right?
Yeah. Have fun. I'm gonna keep it.
A lot of silence. All entirely silent.
Yep.
There was a version of Stompy.
Roland brainstorming here. Roland's gonna fall way behind on cards as we said with these double Beanstalks in play. Maybe already buried in card advantage at this point. Okay, Roland fetches with a Scalding Tarn. Finds a Trop, puts it into play.
Ready? No pregame with that.
I have no pregame effects.
Exploration.
Sure.
Sucker, trigger.
Yep.
Map. Go.
Yep. Promox. Shadow Spawn.
Matthew holding quite a few cards in hand. Price of Progress. Price of Progress ends the game. Okay, that's not what I expected, but Price of Progress ends the game. Roland wins the match. Price of Progress, everybody. GG's. Okay, that was not the ending I expected at all for that game, too. Price of Progress knocks out Matthew. Well played by Roland. GG's. Okay, our Discord server is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We have a Patreon. We have a coffee page. We have a merch shop. Links are all over the place. Go check those out. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat to decide which match we will watch next on today's live stream. Your options will be... Whoops. Clicked away for a second. Your options will be Miracles versus Izzet Delver. Oops All Spells versus Dark Depths. It's like a black-green Depths brew. Or Rug Delver, Temur Delver versus Red Stompy. 1 minute. You have 1 minute. Get your vote in. Salty says, is the Miracles Beans list not viable anymore? Saw Phil play it in one of the old YouTube videos, but haven't seen him play it recently. Yeah, Phil hasn't really played Beanstalk that I'm aware of in quite a while now. Or maybe not even at all. But Phil's still playing Miracles, though. Got some pickups happening, getting posted in the Discord. Less than 30 seconds on this poll. Twitch chat deciding which match we will watch next. It's a close vote. People might be trying to vote multiple times with their channel points here. Yeah, I think maybe Phil played with Beanstalk one time that I remember, but I don't even know if that really happened. Okay, Salty saw it with their own eyes. Oops versus Black Green Depths is up next. Sriracha contributed 750 channel points. Let's do it. There's been a lot of talk on the various social media platforms recently within the players in the Legacy community about Oops All Spells. We'll see how this goes. Diving in.
Go ahead. To be fair, I really like a ball pattern. It's in a lot of that. It's a huh.
Sam on the left with Oops All Spells. On the right, we have Bobby with Depths. Looks like Bobby is mulliganing to 5 now. I don't think the players sat down knowing what the other was on for this particular game. Looks like Sam is in the process of mulliganing as well. Okay, mulligan to 6 for Sam has happened. Has the deck been shuffled enough?
Oh, that's it. Or I guess not too fast.
All right, looks like we're going to keep 5. I think. Bobby trying to figure it out.
Good luck.
Okay, Multa 6 for Sam, Multa 5 for Bobby. Ready to go. Sam is on the play. Thoughtseize. The hand is revealed. Elvish Spirit Guide, Thoughtseize, Verdant Catacombs, Spoils of the Vault, and Thespian Stage. Thoughtseize is taken.
I'll keep it revealed.
Go ahead.
I'll draw.
Yeah, okay, Misty, you got Teferi, Force of Will, Prismatic, and
If that's the Boggart Bog, by the way, the black land on Sam's side. Boggart Trawler on the other side.
1, 2. Discard
I'll
land.
play Verdant Catacombs.
Yeah.
And I will pass the turn.
Verdant Catacombs pass for Bobby. Doesn't really have any interaction at the moment for oops combo stuff. Spoils of the Vault is interesting. Chromux, Imprinting Cabal Ritual. Paying 3 life for, I forgot the name of the land. It starts with an F. Here's Undercity Informer after a Cabal Ritual.
Go 2.
Please. Let me think.
Idea? Format?
Thank you. Yeah, it's called the Fellmire, the other side of Fell the Profane.
Draw 1.
Just couldn't think of the name for a moment there.
Oh,
Oops All Spells deck definitely benefited from the modal double face lands in Modern Horizons 3. Bobby has scooped it up. Oops All Spells will take game 1. Stealing game 1.
cast load, battle, cast battle. Track.
Now Bobby will be on the play. We saw Thoughtseize in Bobby's opener that game get picked out. Being on the play, being able to Thoughtseize your Oops opponent. Pretty good. And I'm sure Bobby has brought in some help from the sideboard as well. Bobby having a lot of fun with this depth deck. It does have some nasty surprises in it. The Spoils of the Vault that we saw kind of hinted at that. Okay, looks like Bobby has now kept 7, but Sam is taking a mulligan. Okay. Bobby's playmat. The word jank. Bobby very, very proud of this jank jank deck. His description that he's been playing. I take the subway home with Bobby sometimes when we both finish at the same time after Monday Night Legacy. We end up chatting about a variety of Green Sun Zenith and green-focused, green-based Legacy decks. Notice Bobby's green sleeves. Not going to see Bobby casting any Brainstorms and Force of Wills, I don't think. Not anytime soon.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Bobby definitely a green mage. Harry Houdini has arrived, everybody. Everybody out of the way.
Pay 2 life, circle instruction.
Alright.
I'm gonna keep that.
Sure.
Okay, Sam has kept 6. 1 card on the bottom. Bobby has kept 7. We are ready to go. Pre-game, Leyline of Sanctity. Okay. That messes up the Thoughtseize plan, if that was the plan.
So I get a Templar. Sam 4.
So
Sam
it's
Rick.
the 5 cards, right?
One the Nadu plan, but only one land. Okay. And you ready? Okay. So you got Ghost Vacuum in there. Sure. Yes.
Ley Line of Sanctity. That's pretty annoying.
Swords. Yada yada. Red return. Okay, so don't worry about that shit anymore.
Play a stage and Lotus Petal.
So wow, yeah, okay. All over the place. Alright, cool.
Okay, Thespian Stage, Lotus Petal. Getting started.
Go ahead.
Pass the turn to you.
Just passing the turn.
I'll go to 17.
Sure.
Okay, there's Felmire again. Paying 3 life, having it enter untapped. Thoughtseize. Well, Sam on the draw gets to fire off the first Thoughtseize of the game. We're likely going to get to see Bobby's hand.
Crack it for black. I'll play a Spoils of the Vault. Can't believe it's against you on camera again.
Yeah.
Okay, Spoils of the Vault in response to a Thoughtseize.
1 second, 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will be naming Dark Depths.
Dark Depths has been named. Cabal Ritual, Witherbloom Apprentice, Sedgemoor Witch, Chain of Smog, Dark Ritual, Vampire Hexmage. We're looking for Dark Depths. There is Dark Depths. Okay, we found it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 12.
Bobby pays 8 life to find a Dark Depths in response to the Thoughtseize.
Gets exiled.
How's my
Thoughtseize.
thoughts he's looking as a result?
Resolves. 15.
Okay, Bobby's hand did have a Thoughtseize. Dark Ritual, Elvish Spirit Guide, Elvish Spirit Guide. Well, things are getting interesting.
I thought it was maybe part of my hand, so I know what the card was. It was really something longer.
Bobby will be able to make a Merit Lage using the Spirit Guides. Is it going to be fast enough? Is a good question.
Spirit Guide.
Okay, a Spirit Guide is gone now. Seems like a great choice for Sam. Seemed like the only choice. Dark Ritual can't even be cast. Thoughtseize, unless Bobby wants to Thoughtseize himself, is useless at the moment. Sam still seems to be stressed, though. All right, Sam passes the turn. The hand doesn't do a whole lot at the moment.
Play my Dark Depths.
Yep.
Dark Ritual.
Played the Dark Depths and has 10 ice counters on it now. Elvish Spirit Guide, Thoughtseize, Dark Ritual, and an unknown card in Bobby's hand. Bobby had the second Elvish Spirit Guide taken away. Otherwise would have been able to make a Merit Lage before the next turn.
Sorry, I'm in that environment.
Yeah, cheers.
Kivyuk arrived in the chat. Harry wondering, is anybody rooting for Oops?
Pass the turn to you.
I don't know. I don't know the answer.
These yet, so I might as well make
Why are those all?
different number of digits in the price tag. That's fine.
I'll pass the turn.
Okay, Sam just passes the turn.
I'll push a Spirit Guide. I'll push my Spirit Guide. I'll make the Merit Lodge token.
You got it.
Bobby top decked another Elvish Spirit Guide and made the Merit Lage. Unbelievable. Moving on to game 3. Bobby drew the Elvish Spirit Guide. I kind of can't believe Bobby won that game right there. MTGO bug. Yeah, what is it about Oops that has people upset? People are saying Oops is toxic or whatever? What's the reason? It's a feels bad?
Sure, I'll keep this.
All right, Sam is sending the hand back.
Get another card.
Ooh, we're switching planes. I like it. Okay.
Go ahead.
I guess not a full switch.
AJ Potato says, I love Oops as much as Chris loves breakfast decks. Yeah.
You're right. If you haven't,
Okay, so a multi-6 for Bobby has happened, waiting on Sam to resolve a mulligan to 5, it seems.
you get all 3 of my Grizzle Burns. Touch the Sparrow, one a creature or an artifact.
He's alright, going to 4 now is Sam. These Oops decks tend to mulligan kind of aggressively, I guess. Just looking for a hand that can win the game quickly, I guess. Most of the time.
Still have the Drax, another voice.
Can be kind of hard to find a hand that does something. Deck does have kind of a lot of moving parts in a way. Not the kind of deck where you can look at your hand and say, well, I have lands and I have spells, I'll keep. Not really that kind of a deck.
Surgical it anyway.
Generally speaking, I'm generalizing here. Talking about the Oops deck.
Right, 3? 16. Go ahead.
All right, Twitch chat very critical of the choice to play Oops at local events. Very interesting. Sam taking a look at this hand. Gonna keep. Putting 3 cards back, 3 cards on the bottom. So a multi 4 for Sam, a multi 6 for Bobby. And we are ready to go. Ley line of the void. All right. You ley line me, I ley line you. You want to play ley lines? I got ley lines.
That's going straight into the graveyard.
We'll play the slow spell.
Nice.
Play control. Alright.
Ley line. Shutting down the graveyard. Balustrade Spy. Targeting Bobby.
Okay. Go.
Is it exiled or just in the graveyard?
Just in the graveyard.
That's a good 4-card hand. I'll draw.
Not good enough.
It was a 4-card hand that would have been game-winning if not for the Ley Line of the Void or any other interaction. Targeted Bobby with it. Sam just has a creature. And going to attack with it. Balustrade Spy does attack.
So I'll draw.
Shoot. That away. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Bobby plays a Dark Depths now.
Your go. 2. I'm at 16.
I'll cast a Lotus Petal.
Sure.
Go.
Touches here on the
Okay, plays a Lotus Petal, passes the turn back to Bobby. Who has a Dark Depths in play. No sign of Thespian Stage just yet. Leyline of the Void looking really good at the moment. Kind of saved Bobby here in Game 3 so far.
I'll do my deck. I'll play a Cabal Therapy. I'll name...
Go ahead.
I'll name... Dark Ritual.
Bridge from Below is in hand, okay. Not great.
Or brainstorming was like Tundra, other lands, and I was like, okay, well, not missing my land drops.
Rich from below, a card that I like. Vampire Hexmage. Now Sam seems to be in trouble.
Your turn.
Good game.
Good game. Okay.
That is the match. Bobby gets it. Had the ley line. Oops is defeated. Twitch chat will be happy, I guess. GG's. Well played. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Which match next? It is up to you, people of the chat. Your options will be Miracles versus Izzet Delver. Izzet Delver versus Initiative. Or Omnitel versus Jeskai Control. 1 minute. Get your vote in. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. We also have a Patreon. And we have a coffee page. We have a merch shop. Links are all over the place. Go check them out. You can follow our Patreon for free. Less than a minute for this poll. About 30 seconds left already. People are voting for which match next. I'm going to vote on this one. What do I want? All right, I guess I'll do that. We're talking about the legacy format as we were getting started. Is it healthy? Is it all coming together? Did we fix it? It's looking okay. It's looking good. Izzet Delver versus Initiative is up next. Kiviut contributed 450 channel points. Let's do it. Let's do it. Diving in. Lord has arrived in the chat.
What did you high roll? Got it. Me too.
People probably wait.
So, the metagame in some flux right now. As far as I've heard from my MTGO friends, the MTGO meta is evolving quickly. For the locals, it's evolving quickly as well. I played 2 initiative mirrors this week at Monday Night Legacy. Initiative hasn't gone away completely. Seems like a fine choice for the current meta, in my opinion. Once upon a time. Great way to start a match. We're underway. Played against Jeff at this event. This is a green-white initiative deck. And it's pretty cool, in my opinion. It's a seasoned engineer found by the Once Upon a Time. Ancient Tomb.
Yeah.
Chalice of the Void. X is 1. It resolves.
Okay, Scalding Tarn, pass turn.
Scalding Tarn pass. Caracas for Jeff.
Yep.
Archon of Emeria. No fetch and response. That could... Okay, well, there's a fetch happening now. some of the players I've been playing against recently, I was saying as we were getting started, I've been playing a deck similar to what Jeff has been playing, Initiative. And it had been a while since people had seen the Initiative cards and some of the supporting characters like Archon of Emeria, getting a lot of opponents reading the card, which is all good. But people had to kind of refresh a bit on what these cards do. Even myself, in the most recent event, I had an Archon of Emeria in play, and yeah, we're seeing it right now. Scalding Tarn does enter tapped. Adam forgot that. But I had my own Archon of Emeria in play and tried to cast 2 spells in one turn. Opponent had to correct me. I forgot for a moment. Been a while since I played with these cards or against them. But some of them are back, at least at the NYC locals.
Burn mana.
So an Elder Spirit guy just got pitched. The Seasoned Engineer we saw earlier hit the stack, and Adam's just scooping it up.
Good luck.
All right, Seasoned Engineer got this concession. Aquinas has arrived in the chat. So many of the players show up in nice clothes. Never see people dressed like this at my local shop. Is this because so many of the players work office jobs and come play after work on a weekday? Yeah, basically. I tried to think of a funny response, but yeah. No, we have a dress code at our legacy events. Anybody underdressed is denied at the door. Dragon's Rage Channeler comes in for Adam. It's kind of funny, actually. We have like half the room will be in business attire, suits and whatever, and the rest of us work from home. And then there's me, the weird one. People ask me what I did all day. Yeah, I was at the park. Archon of Emeria gets dazed. There's a Dragon's Rage Channeler on Adam's side. Chrome Mox Imprinted Witch Enchanter.
Preordain trigger.
Preordain. Surveil.
Keep it on top. Let's scry 2.
Okay, left it on top with Surveil. Now, what would be funny here if they both get scried to the bottom? Surveil, leave it on top. Scry both to the bottom.
I'll leave this one on top.
All right, top, bottom. Oh, both left on top. Okay, both left on top. Draw a card.
Attack for 1.
Close to Delirium on Adam's side. Dragon's Rage Channeler are pretty good at stealing the initiative.
What's that? Cavern of Souls?
Cavern of Souls naming human, it looks like. Jeff with a very nice label thing.
Sorry, this should be warrior. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was naming warrior. Under Mountain Adventurer. Maybe Jeff said warrior, but put the tag upside down. So Under Mountain Adventurer will resolve. It is a warrior, giant. Jeff will take the initiative.
Yep.
So Jeff moves into room 1. Searching for a land now.
It's a 3/4.
It's a 3/4 vigilance, no reach, no flying. So Dragon's Rage Channeler will be able to attack and steal the initiative potentially for Adam. A basic plains is found in the first room of the Undercity.
Actually,
The Dogs has been seeing some initiative at my shop. Seems real good right now. I've been playing initiative decks myself for the past, I don't know, two weeks, and I agree. The deck seems good right now, in my opinion.
okay. this goes to my hand. I'll put these two on top. And draw for turn. Okay.
Okay, so we've achieved Delirium now. The creature dumped into the yard, a Delver. Wasteland, hitting Ancient Tomb. I like that choice. The Cavern on Warrior is kind of restricted. Verifying Delirium. 3 damage gets through. Adam will take the initiative.
And then I get a land.
Adam will search the deck, find a basic island.
Then I will. What's over here?
Island, right?
Yeah, island. And then I'll pass turn after that.
So down 2 mana now is Jeff after the Wasteland. I think the initiative decks get a reputation that, you know, you just like pick a card at random in your hand and cast it and you win the game. The deck, it's really not that simple. Especially, like I was saying earlier, I played 2 initiative mirrors yesterday. They were tough matches with a lot of decisions.
This is the forge.
I had a creature get goaded. It was a wild ride. I must say I thoroughly enjoyed it. So Jeff plays the basic planes we knew about. I don't think we've gone to combat yet.
Archon, yeah.
Okay, playing Archon of Emeria. Attacking. Gonna put 2 counters on the Archon of Emeria. This is a good choice here by Jeff. It'll be able to eat this Dragon's Rage Channeler in combat. Yeah, people think the initiative deck is so linear. It's totally not. I agree. Even your first turn play as the initiative deck, if you're playing against a combo deck, for example, you better know what the hell you're doing. you have a choice to play a turn 1 initiative creature or a Chalice, for example, or an Archon of Emeria, let's say. You better pick the right one, or you just lose the game. The initiative mirror, also skill testing in my opinion. When do you play the initiative creature? Do you wait for your opponent to take the initiative first? Not so easy when you're sitting in the seat. All right, Ponder, Surveil. Mistress Bauble on top. That's getting dumped. You better not play your initiative creature, have it get swords on end step, and then your opponent flashes in Bowmaster and takes it, and you just lose the game if you don't know what you're doing.
So again, you play Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Got it. Good game, man.
All right, forgetting about the 1 spell a turn. Dragon Rage Channeler will die in combat. Adam scoops it up. Jeff got it. GG's. Well played. The initiative. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat to decide which match we will watch next. The options will be Miracles versus Izzet Delver, Jeskai Control versus Death and Taxes, or Cloudpost versus Temur Delver. 1 minute. Get your vote in. Get your vote in. Our Discord's up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Folks, this is free. Make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. YouTube has, YouTube has all this reputation of like this complex algorithm that brings you they have no idea what channels are any good unless you hit subscribe. They have no idea what's happening. hit subscribe on the 90s MTG YouTube channel. Give us a little boost in this genius algorithm that they use that they can't figure anything out. Goof says is the initiative deck list in the Discord. I don't think Jeff's list is posted. I can try to get that. If you post in the Discord later, I'll try to get a list somehow. We'll worry about that later. The dog contributed 1,050 channel points. Jeskai versus Death and Taxes is up next. Let's do it. Diving in.
Nah, I'm good. I want the full magic effect here.
All right.
It says Magic the Gathering.
No. Which
Favorite game in the world.
which EW was this one?
This one was 2022. I actually looked it up and like someone sold it on eBay for like 180. I was like, what? This is one of my favorite.
Yorion has been revealed, top center of your screen. Herman on the left with Jeskai control. And on the right, we have Death and Taxes. That would be Roland. I believe it's a Boros build. Herman has been playing a variety of decks recently. Looks like Roland has won the die roll. I warn people. They don't listen, but I warn people. Keep an eye on what Herman is playing. Herman, for as long as I know Herman, consistently ahead of the metagame, testing the deck of tomorrow. Let's see what Roland and Herman are up to. Either Vial on turn 1. It's a good one.
Plains.
Basic Island for Herman. Emo NYC with a prediction. This is going to be cutter nonsense, isn't it? Herman has been testing the cutter. Turn 1 ponder. But whenever the metagame in some flux right now, no doubt about it. Local players trying some new things, trying to figure it all out. Metagame hasn't settled, etc. But when I think of Herman, I think of the first local player playing the deck that everybody's talking about a couple of weeks later. The dog says, I think Taxes is so good right now. You know what? I think so too. I haven't been playing Taxes myself. But both this white-red build with a Johnny, Bombardiers, Magus of the Moon, stuff like that, and the black-white build with Bowmaster, Emperor of Bones, Overlord of the Belmark, etc. Death and Taxes seems like a great choice for Legacy these days. Yep. And the Vial ticks up to 2. Roland has an elegant parlor now.
I don't care. The purists might care.
Yeah.
What would be a reason, chat, YouTube comments, for playing the white-red or white-black Death and Taxes builds over the other? Or mono-white, whatever you think. What is the reasoning to choose one of the different color pairs?
Get Yorion to hand.
Yep.
Hey, Yorion has been added to Roland's hand. Vial is on 2, end step. Cycling, island cycling, Lorien revealed. Aquinas absolutely right. Bowmasters and Overlord of the Belmark are really powerful. I went to grab a slice of pizza after Monday Night Legacy with Roland and our other friend Yosef, and we were talking about how the Overlord of the Belmark is so powerful. That card is probably super underplayed. Like whatever percent of the meta, like not even making a joke right now, like whatever percent of the meta for MTGO for your local game, it should probably be higher. The amount of people playing Overlord of the Belmark in their deck. That card is really good. All right, no end step, pump fake with the Vial. Vial ticks up to 3. Flooded Strand on Herman's side. Herman holding some removal. Looks like a back to basics to Ferry at the Time Raveler in hand. Roland just very slowly ticking up this Vial. All right, it's getting activated. Magus of the Moon. Ouch.
And get things out.
Well, the opportunity to fetch Magus of the Moon is Herman cut off a red. Cut off a white now. Here's a Wasteland. It could hit Flooded Strand. Oh, no, wait. It can't hit Flooded Strand. What the hell am I talking about? Never mind. Don't listen to me. It's a mountain. Well, what am I thinking? All right, another Vial after playing a broadside Bombardiers, attacking with it.
Play it.
14, if that were the case.
We started today's stream after some big news for Commander. There were some unbans. Kiviuk saying not to be blasphemous here, talking about Belmark and Commander. You know what? I'm strongly against the kind of mocking, making fun, or talking bad about Commander. I think Commander, although I don't play it myself, excellent for Magic. And I was joking earlier. I sifted through my collection, found a few copies of Gifts Ungiven. I feel like I found gold now. Go out there and play Commander, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Stock up happening. Every once in a while, I'll see on social media somebody like, get the Commander cards out of my format. That's a mute. Goodbye. Back to Basics is discarded.
Yep.
Yeah, not cracking the Flooded Strand in response to the Vial. Arguably a mistake here for Herman. That's the kind of mistake you make once, kind of learn the hard way kind of thing. Firing off a Force of Will, pitching Ponder on the second broadside Bombardiers, understanding that 2 of those goblins could be a really fast clock. Activating the Vial on 3 now. It stayed on 3. Another Bombardiers. Oh, my goodness. This could be an attack for lethal here. Broadside, Magus of the Moon, all attacking. 2 boasts can happen now. Roland dropped Herman to 10.
I'm going to use one and fling this one at you for 5.
Yep.
Oh no, I think we messed it up.
Fling this one at you for 5.
Okay, that was done totally wrong, but we got there. Roland takes game 1. I think Herman understood what was happening, or what was meant to be happening. Rolling up a game.
This haste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to further explain, there were the two bombardiers and the Magus of the Moon attacking. Both of the bombardiers have the boast ability. If you sacrifice one of the bombardiers, then you can't activate the ability of the sacrificed one. So you had to sacrifice the Magus of the Moon first, and then the other bombardiers. Does that make sense, everybody? Here's a ponder.
Alright, they're at 11. Civil engineer is gone. We go up to 13.
Urion revealed, of course.
Lose 2, I go to 9. Combat for 5.
Akalith making a great point. Do I think the people in the chat know what boast does? They have no idea. They have no idea.
Good.
Is that from Unfinity?
I gain 3, so
Each 12. Yep.
actually, that changed the turn.
The same people that were posting on social media that we should ban all universes beyond are upset that Spider-Man's not going to be on Arena. They're upset. Stoneforge Mystic. It's getting force pitching ponder. Respecting the Stoneforge in 2025. Creature's still good.
Yep.
Does Stoneforge see any play in Modern? Does anybody know? I guess it does, right?
I'll respond to this.
Whenever I watch Modern, I'd be like thinking that Stoneforge is just not good enough for this format. Sirius Poe, thank you for the resub of Brian. 14 months, Broadsign Bombardiers. Best Goblin card in Legacy. Card scares me when I go against it. Unban the Sticker Goblin, Sirius. Then we could have this discussion.
Goal with this one? Yeah.
Cooter of the Guard, that's a good one. All right, Twitch chat saying sometimes we see Stoneforge in Hammer Time. That makes sense.
Would have been 5 had it had force.
Spotted a Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Corey Steel Cutter in Herman's hand. Roland searching through the deck right now for something to find with the Recruiter. Mother Runes is up and running. What can be good against decks like Roland's are the Supreme Verdicts and the Terminuses. The Board Wipes, Wrath of the Sky is another one. Could be quite devastating. No sign of either of those in Herman's hand so far. Roland taking a little long here.
Yeah, I'll get a Flicker Wisp.
Okay. Flicker Wisp is selected. Flicker Wisp still good.
Where is the Flicker Wisp? Give me a physics. There we go.
Okay, there is the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, I'm done with that. Go ahead.
Wingster says if you want to beat Death and Taxes, play Oops All Spells. Yeah, I mean, Death and Taxes deck does have some weaknesses, I guess.
2 counters on this.
Can't imagine that being a very good matchup for Death and Taxes. I don't know if I've seen it played myself. Yeah, Old Elves was good versus Death and Taxes. Natural Order, Green Sun, Zenith. All right, Jace the Mind Sculptor has hit the stack, and Glimpse of Nature.
Sure. I will 0.
Okay.
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Brainstorm. Good old Jace the Mind Sculptor. Where does it rank now, Jace the Mind Sculptor? Like, is it at the 5th best Planeswalker in Legacy? 7th? 12th? Serious with a question, was Jace ever on the watch list? Have you seen this Jace the Mind Sculptor card before? This card is crazy.
Jace.
Alright, Jace gets attacked. It's down to 2. Flicker Wisp. Flicker the Recruiter. Makes a lot of sense.
To my end.
Yeah, Kaido, Bane of Nightmares might be the most played Planeswalker at the moment. Karn the Great Creator is up there. Teferi Time Raveler is up there. Another Flicker Wisp is found.
0.
Yeah, Tameo. Tameo, all right, we'll count Tameo. Tameo is up there. Minskambu gets a shout out. Robert says Renin 6 was unjustly banned.
Wrath of the Skies, X equals 3.
Wrath of the Skies, X equals 3. It's kind of ruining everything for Roland at the moment.
And then I'll spend all 3.
Everything gets blown up. Robert says Oko was unjustly banned.
What do you have? 3.
Which, if you had to pick one of those two to bring back to Legacy, would you pick Oko or Renin 6? If you had to pick one of those two. This is hypothetical.
Yeah.
Okay, Twitch is saying Renin 6. Very interesting. Would Renin 6 be reasonable now in your mind, chat? Either Vile, Mother of Runes. Deathrite Shaman, chat. Starting. There is the Corey Steelcutter, new card from Tarkir Dragonstorm, looking pretty good in Legacy so far.
Prismatic Ending, the
I forgot the dinosaurs fly, which means
Yeah, Prismatic Ending took out the Aether Vial. Bouncing Mother of Runes with Jace, attacking with the Monk. Jace at 1 loyalty. Herman with a Monk.
You remember the time when you used all spells actual deck?
On Roland's side, the middle land is a Witch Blessed Meadow. Reverse side of Witch Enchanter, which has been a great card in Legacy. My build of the initiative that I've been playing for the last 2 weeks has Witch Enchanter. That card's been great. That's a Lion Sash.
Let's do it.
Jace Brainstorm happening here.
Swords Mom, Trigger Prowess.
Okay, Swords of Plowshares on the Mother of Runes. It is gone.
Oh, Prismatic Ending, that triggers a 40.
Prismatic Ending on the Lion Sash. Lots of removal. Making another Monk.
And so there's a 3/3, there's a 2, there's an attack for 5.
All right, Roland will take 5. Drop to 11. So far, been able to clean up the board a few times. Looks like Herman's holding another Source of Plowshares and a Stock Up in hand, I think. Now has 2 Monks, the Corey Steel Cutter, and Jace the Mind Sculptor. That's Caracas on Roland's side.
Okay, it's not for you. Yeah.
Flicker Wisp isn't too bad here. Get rid of a monk. All right, passes a turn after removing a monk with Flicker Wisp. Jace could be under threat now. Could be. I mean, we know Herman has another removal spell, but as far as Roland knows. Stock up happening here. Looking for stuff. Stocking up.
Need the known Archon.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Big size.
Yep.
Swords, trigger.
In the minds of the people of the chats, in the minds of the people of the YouTube comments, what's the best deck in Legacy right now? Or decks, plural. If there was a Legacy World Championship tomorrow and you were going to play, what would you play?
Go ahead.
Yep.
Speaking of Legacy World Championship, July 13th in New York City, the first ever 90s MTG Legacy Open. Will I see you there? More info in our Discord server, which you should already have joined by now. Some people in the chat think Show and Tell is the best deck right now. Solitude getting cast.
Okay, trigger.
Whatever you're talking about, I can sign it.
All right, so the Solitude enters ability is countered. Herman takes game 2. Going to game 3.
Spat out his butt.
Fucking shitty ass.
Whoa.
Son, I hate it. Oh, no fucking resources in the fucking deck. I have no where were the forests?
Just don't cast a spell.
All right, someone in the background got mana screwed and they're really upset.
This is when I need them. Fucking.
I was actually playing a similar, thinking about playing a similar deck, but I cut the green at it.
Green lands, man. Fucking.
This is what happens at Monday Night Legacy, I guess. Yeah, it did sound very New York. That's what New York City Legacy events sound like, everybody.
Fuck, I needed one ring. It's like stole.
Oh no, just that final.
He was a 15. Like, there's no way.
That's also why I was thinking it's like combo next.
Do I? Okay. Do I have a New York accent in your mind, people of the chat, people of the YouTube comments? If you heard me, if I told you nothing about myself, you heard me speaking, would you be able to tell I'm from New York? Tell the truth. Okay, Richard and Pizza says yes.
Yeah, this is functional. All right. This one and this one.
2 cards on the bottom for Herman. Plateau for Roland. Game 3, everybody. This is it. This is the big one. Ponder for Herman. Mock says, I know, but I'm from New Jersey, so I don't know. Okay, people from New Jersey don't count. They can't tell. It's too close. Salty says, I don't think so. Kiviak says, I would not, but you sound American to me. Okay.
Yeah, but like if you play a first turn and
Talia, Guardian of Thraben. Karak is tapped at the moment, but could potentially rescue it later. Plains pass.
I'm saying like if you took out 2 once one time, put 2 childs back in, that's like reasonable to me.
Wasteland for Roland. Nothing to hit with it yet. Leaving Caracas open. A Johnny Nakat Bride.
Yeah.
Both games I was struggling for green mana.
Yeah, there's 3 colors in there. Just kind of
Making a cat.
I didn't want to play it because you would have knew what I had in my hand. So I was holding it to the cavern early. I
I did. I was like, this seemed like stupid to be like elemental. What's in your head now?
At all times, I kind of have to assume you have solitude in your head.
I don't know. It wasn't benefit to play it at any point. Like,
So 2 legends on Roland's side, a Johnny and Thalia. Here's a brainstorm for Herman. It costs 1 extra, which I'm sure Herman is thrilled about.
the first
Kivyuk saying I sound American from a Canucks perspective. Yeah, the first time I saw Kivyuk's name in the chat, we had a discussion about how would you even explain it? North American indigenous languages and whatever. Kivyuk name stood out to me right away. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
You know what?
Sometimes I'm saying things on the stream and I'm like, nobody even knows what the hell I'm talking about. Why am I talking?
Sticker goblin back. I mean, come on. Sticker goblin. What the fuck did that guy do?
Anyway. Yeah, this game, Herman was ready for Wasteland and Magus of the Moon, it seems. Herman holding a prismatic ending, a Wrath of the Skies, a Swords to Plowshares, looks like a Hydroblast. This game isn't over yet. Herman's going to be able to go after these creatures eventually. Just needs a little bit of time. The Dahlia is pretty annoying at the moment.
Now it was just some articles, right?
Yeah. You can't make the games again.
Ugh, Broadside Bombardiers is a nasty one.
I'll go into attack.
Roland's had some pretty good plays in this game. Powerful creatures are attacking. That's 8 damage coming in.
Even declare attack.
A lot of accessories, too. A lot of accessories.
How do you even make a correct play?
All right, the loss of the cat token flips a Johnny. Johnny becomes very sad or angry or whatever. And then becomes a planeswalker. The Spark.
That token.
So I kind of follow the CD circuit. So there's one player.
What about the lore? Wizards doesn't care about the lore anymore. What happened to planeswalkers and the Spark and the whole thing?
I guess I can do this or whatever. It's literally like laying your hand out, dictating what happens.
All right, Herman's going to fetch here, going to 5. Finds a Tundra. It's possible that Herman... What does Herman need here? Dahlia is being a real pain in the butt. All right, going to draw.
You have double. You have 2 people doing nothing.
All right, found a land. Could potentially remove Talia, then remove... Okay, swords... All right. Well, going after Broadside Bombardier first. Okay.
Oh yeah. There's like an unless spine guy. Right? Oh, fair enough.
There really is.
True.
Okay, Hydroblast defeats a Johnny, the Planeswalker. Herman's at 5 with a cat and a Thalia on Roland's side. Oh, the Caracas was open to protect Thalia. Yeah, I forgot about that. So Thalia was not an eligible target really in that moment, except if you wanted to just shut off the tax temporarily. Attacking with the cat, attacking with the Thalia, drops Herman to 1. I don't think we're going to see Lightning Bolt here. Another land for Herman could result in stabilizing, but Wasteland probably going to trim a white here, I would guess. If you're rolling, you go after Tundra, right? I don't think we care about Volcanic. All right, tapping down the Caracas this time. Rolling, checking the sideboard, I guess.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Basically. It's like basically a week to the land price.
Shouldn't be any target. You usually do like savannas and shitty goblins.
It's creature.
Oh.
Not sure what the players were talking about.
I look at it. He's like, no, but you were having fun. Like, no, sometimes I'm not.
Top 8 here, you just like get your money back.
Yeah. It's not. We drove an hour.
Stoneforge Mystic. Finds Chainsaw? Oh, maybe.
I looked. I thought about that one. I was like, maybe. Doesn't even hit Planeswalker, which is also really annoying.
Go, or like I go take overtime, or I go like spend all day. I'll take
Okay, looks like the choice was actually pre-war formal wear for later.
It's enrichment. It's hanging out. Yeah. It's like, you know.
Oh yeah.
But here's fun.
Yeah.
Like the suspense or whatever. I don't know. You know the vibes you get.
You like the hobby for a reason.
Yeah. And trying to start
Crushing you.
All right, plays a second backup Caracas. Not too bad.
You even said when the Z.
Yeah, crushing you. Not so much in like a Z.
Yeah. Well, actually.
Yeah, sometimes.
No waste.
What do you want to hit? Says Herman. Goes after Tundra. I like that choice. Herman likely needed that double white pretty bad. Passing the turn. At 1 life, can't fetch. That is the match. Roland gets the match. GG's, Wrath of the Sky stuck in hand. Well played. Good match, good match. Wow. Let's set up another poll for the chat. Which match next? Your options will be Izzet Delver versus Golgari Depths. Rug Delver versus Cloudpost. Or Blue-Black Temur Murktide versus Bug Beanstalk. 1 minute. Get your votes in. Soul Tide Beanstalk. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. That is free. Just make sure you are subscribed. Go double check, triple check, make sure. We have a Patreon, which you can follow for free, which you should follow for free. Easy. We're on Blue Sky and Instagram and all that fun stuff. You can keep track of us on there. Best way to know everything that's going on with 90s MTG, including Decklists, is our Discord server and joining us on Patreon. All right, almost out of time on this poll. What do I want? All right, I voted. The people of the chat want Rug Delver versus Cloudpost. Stefan contributed 1,950 channel points. Let's do it. Diving in.
Alright, I'll take the play. Good luck.
Rolling on the left with Temur Delver. And on the right we have Cloudpost. That would be David. Yeah, a lot of rolling today. That's true. That's true. I don't pick the matches. Twitch chat does. I have nothing to do with it. No favoritism on 90s MTG. 1 card on the bottom for Roland.
Let me know how I do, or like, I'm not ready.
Good. Let's do it.
A little Dutch ankle here, a little crooked. Let's try to correct this. Okay, we got a Delver, we got a Mishra's Bauble.
Oh, yeah.
Planar Nexus, once upon a time, okay. I believe that's Cavern of Souls, right? Why can't I make out what card that is? I think that's Cavern of Souls, I'm pretty sure. Passing it back to Roland. Delver Trigger. Gonna stack it so we draw the card off Mishra's Bauble first. And still couldn't flip the Delver despite the little combo with Mishra's Bauble. Delver will stay face up for now. Attacks for 1. Up against the Cloudpost decks, you want to get those 3 power flyers up and running ASAP. Start hitting them for 3. Now with 2 Delvers on the board, Roland holding a Bolt, and it looks like a Force of Will as well. There's Urza's Tower. Oh, just passing the turn. Okay. Mishra's Bauble, take a look.
Going to trigger, or this trigger, trigger. So,
okay. Resolving the Delver triggers before the Mishra's Baubles this time. Double Insectile Aberration for Roland, not bad. Draws an extra card with Mishra's Bauble.
So I'm just going to respond to the Brainstorm in that case with the trigger.
With this trigger on stack?
Yeah.
So I'll try to force it out next time.
All right, Roland with a Ponder now.
I think the bottom doesn't.
3.
Hold on, I got it. We have a technical difficulty. Sorry, Chad.
Yeah, we had Roland playing Death and Taxes earlier on today's stream. We're seeing matches from 2 different events today. Caracas was on top of the deck. Thank you, David, for showing us. Not super relevant right now.
I was supposed to let that resolve, and then I could shoot the guy. It's fine.
7. Okay, so yeah, your day's good.
We now have 3 Legacy Weeklies firing in New York City, and recently added to the weekly calendar, we have Pre-Modern. So there's a lot of Eternal Magic getting played on a weekly basis in New York City at the moment. We are, at least in the time period that I've been playing Legacy. I started playing Legacy roughly 2015 or 16. Forget exactly, but this is the most Eternal Magic firing in New York City that in my career. Let's put it that way.
That does not happen.
And it's great to see. And it's a credit a lot to our local organizers. Roland, definitely one of them. Roland, one of the core people of our Eternal Magic scene for sure. If you're a local player, you understand Roland's been helping organize things for quite a while. And a couple of other people as well. But Roland's the one playing on stream right now. How many players at regular events? So, like, usually, I mean, it depends on the day, but the events I'm going to, 20 to 30 players. You're like, during the previous meta, we had like almost 40 players at Legacy FNM one week, and it was super cool. Karn, the great creator, is at the stack.
this makes 2.
Roland pointing out the Cloudpost. Karn, the great creator, is in. Karn is going to minus and try to fetch something. Roland holding double bolt, looks like now. Force of Will, Daze, and a Brazen Borrower. David's life total is really low.
To cover?
Roland might have this game already.
Yeah, just come on.
Robert says, "What happened to the legacy pit?" I have no idea. I unfortunately have no info on that. No clue. Walking ballista. Okay. Gets played. Flow to red, maybe. All right. Lightning bolt ends the game, knowing that we're gonna get attacked by 2 insect aberrations on the following turn. Roland takes game 1. Almost everybody you see on stream jamming on games on 90s MTG has given someone a ride to an event, lent out cards, answered questions from a newer player about what their sideboard, whatever, you know. I've built the resource of our Discord server, the 90s MTG Discord server, which you should probably already have joined. The channel, kind of adding an extra layer of fun for our local scene. The channel we're watching right now. I think everybody has contributed in their own way, and our legacy scene continues to grow. It's come up a bunch of times on this channel, like, how do we get legacy events firing in my area? Like, and I think I've mentioned this before, and sorry if you already heard it and you're sick of hearing it, but it's like a chess club or a knitting club or any meetup of any kind, running club, just community organizing, getting people interested to play, and then organizing it, choosing a place, choosing a venue, and making sure everybody knows about it and having them show up. That is really the end of it. What about proxies? I don't know. Use proxies. Do whatever works. Don't worry about the metagame and the win rates and all that stuff. That's later.
The Delver Secrets.
Anonymous from the North says, in Oslo, Norway, we play with proxies. It helps a lot. See? Sometimes it helps. Sometimes it doesn't. That's for you to figure out. It's a case-by-case basis. Ayavugan and Glimmerpost on David's side. There's a brainstorm for Roland. The plan, once again, is likely to get this Delver of Secrets flipped over and attacking. Robert's talking about Wizards of the Coast blacklisting stores who do proxies. I don't know anything about that, and that's the kind of thing you have to figure out when you're organizing your events. Occasionally on social media, I'll see, our local brewery hosts French Highlander every Tuesday, 60 players. Like, people are figuring it out. So think about, what can I contribute?
So good.
Bake a pie for Legacy Night or something. Help out, everyone.
He's trying to play a creature. It's a little waste of that.
All right, Roland meant to play a Delver. There is Delver. Resolves. David plays an Urza's Tower. Yeah, Akalith talking about WPN.
That's good.
Wasteland?
Sure.
Okay, Wasteland is named by Disruptor Flute. Akalith talking about WPN status and proxies and all that. I personally am understanding. You're a local game store. Your shelves are stocked with Magic the Gathering booster boxes. You don't want to have proxy events, no matter the reason. I get it. Like, it just, like, you're here to sell the trading cards. Why would you allow people to not use the trading cards? No matter the format, I get it. It makes perfect sense.
You also couldn't thought.
But you don't have to have your event at an LGS. Doesn't really matter what the WPN rules are. I just like I'm completely understanding of a shop trying to sell Magic cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and whatever that doesn't want to allow proxies in their store. It just feels totally fair to me. I couldn't grasp trying to, be angry at a store for that.
Okay.
All right, with a Delver and 2 Insect Elaborations on the board, we are making some progress. Maybe with this Kozilek's command, does it resolve? Harry says we're crazy. This is too logical.
What are the modes?
Exile creature and make a couple of tokens.
Okay. Which one are you exiling? Fine.
All right, Kozilek's command has successfully removed an Insect Elaboration, and David will be making some Eldrazi spawns. Robert's saying, our store doesn't stock anything past Modern. Proxy Legacy has 0 impact on them. Then maybe at that particular store it could work. I mean, it's very like, I don't know, you got to figure it out, everybody. I don't know.
That's a no.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning Bolt named by the flute.
Still a people.
So Wasteland and Bolt are named by the flutes. David's life total is now 12. Back to having 2 Insect Elaborations on the board. Yeah, Harry's saying I bet they sell singles.
Draw for the turn.
Yeah, I mean, if your LGS has like a whole bunch of dual lands sitting under the glass hoping to be sold and you're barging in demanding they do Proxy Legacy and the answer is no, can you really be upset?
Price of progress.
Not yet.
How dare you?
Yep.
Ponder happening. Another Lightning Bolt is seen.
Exploration.
Two cards. Archive and Honor.
David at 6. Life total running out quickly. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Needs some help right now.
Copy the Nexus.
Yep.
Okay, Echoing Deeps is copying Plantar Nexus in the graveyard.
My hand's full. I do another. My hand's full.
I guess we give you 1, 3 mana. This makes 7 round.
Karn the Great Creator. There are 3 locusts on David's side, so Cloudpost open can make 3 mana.
Cards
Yeah, I mean, if you think Delver decks are boring, I mean, I get that not every deck is everybody's favorite or whatever, but I think the consensus is that Legacy is good because of Delver. I think that's what most people would say. Here's Ensnaring Bridge. Maybe I'm crazy, though. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Consign on the bridge gets the handshake. Roland gets the match. Delver, everybody. It's so boring. GG's. GG's. Our Discord is up on your screen. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Links are all over the place. July 13th, here in New York City, is the first ever 90s MTG Legacy Open. Links are all over the place for that, at least in our Discord. We have a Discord. We have a Patreon and a coffee page, merch shop. Links are all over the place for that. Reminder to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribing on YouTube is free. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tomorrow, same place, same time. Be here for our usual Wednesday Legacy stream. It's the highlight of everyone's week. Stick around for a raid. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace out.